Hello and welcome to this simple stamping demonstration. Just basic techniques on really basic simple stamping. I personally like clear silicone stampers. I find them a lot easier to use than the hard rubber type. This one is from Born Pretty. It's a small one but fairly long body, so it's easy to hold. And I like that it's clear, so you can easily see where to put the design on your fingernail. This one is from Born Pretty, which I find quite good. They do various sizes. I like the one with a long body because it's easier. I find it easier to hold, more dexterity. But this one is slightly bigger, so if you have long nails, this would be better, because you obviously have more of an area to stamp over. And this is similar, but it's a short body one. I bought a pack of 3 from Amazon. You'll need a scraper. These are hard plastic scrapers. This one comes with Moyu stamping polish. This one's fairly firm. This one's slightly more pliable. And this one is really quite firm, like a credit card. I wouldn't use metal scrapers because they tend to scratch the plates. This is the one that I tend to use the most. And sometimes I use the Moyu one. But you just have to play about. Usually if you buy the stampers, you will get a free scraper with it. So you get the chance to play about with different types and see what suits you best. You could actually even use an old credit card, which would be fine. It would be no different to this. And obviously you'll need a stamping plate. Some of them are easier to use than others. It depends on how the etching is. I find the Moyu ones are very, very difficult to get a print off. Some plates will pick up better with a different method than others. This one I find is by far the easiest to pick up. And strangely enough, it was dirt cheap on eBay. I think I bought them. I think there were 10 of these for under £10, so very cheap and so easy to pick up. This picks up the best of all the plates I've got. You'll need 100% acetone for cleaning the plate, which I apply with an old toothbrush, and then I dab it off with some kitchen towel. You will need a lint roller or something tacky and sticky, because this is what you clean off your stamper on, and you prime it before you start. I also use sellotape, and it removes nail polish because it's tacky again. It will remove nail polish from the stamper. So if you have a small design, but you've also picked up a little bit of polish off the plate around the edge, which you don't want on your fingernail, you can just take it off with a piece of sellotape. Often use sellotape to take off any of the stamping polish around on my skin, because I'm allergic to latex, so I can't use liquid latex as some people do as a barrier method around the skin. I do sometimes use PVA glue or Elmer's glue, which I put in a bottle, and then I paint that around my skin sometimes. It does take quite a long time to dry, and you need to use 2 coats of that really. So these days I do tend to just do the stamping and then remove it with this sellotape, and then clean up with a brush and some acetone around the edges. These I find invaluable, these little pop sticks, because I like to design what I'm going to do before I do it. Today I'm going to be using these two designs. This is a simple all over stamping print, which is the easiest way to do it. It doesn't matter which way you have it up either. And then this is just a simple single print, and you have to think then more hard about which way up you want it, depending on, do you want people to see it from the opposite angle, or do you want to see it from your angle? So I've done the base polish, which I did yesterday. I do find it's a lot better if you can do it the day before, and then it's really dried hard by the time that you do the stamping. This colour is Orly Close Your Eyes, and the blue is Indie by Orly again. And I've applied top coat, which was Cuccio High Gloss top coat. I like to do that so that I have a good base before I start. You can use normal polishers, but they have to be quite highly pigmented and fairly thick. If they're too thin, you just won't see the design very well. So let's get started. Initially, I should just do a brief demonstration on the method of applying the polish and picking it up, and then we'll go on to the actual design. We start by just priming the stamper. And I have a dark coloured stamping polish to show you properly. And I paint on about half of the design, and then take my scraper, scrape twice, once or twice, and then there you can see the design. In case I had some leftover polish on here, I'll now clean this again, halfway down, about halfway on the design. 1, 2 swipes. I find that's the best method. I find that the pattern picks up better just straight down and up. If you roll it, sometimes if you then roll it onto your fingernail, it will smear the design slightly, I find. But you have to just try different methods and find which suits you. These designs, large designs like this, are the easiest because you don't have to be particularly skilled at doing it. As long as you've got the print on there, it's easier to get it over the whole of the nail. But all this comes with practice. But what I would suggest when you first start doing it would be just to play about with it. Just pick it up and put it down, and one of these you can have several imprints on there just to practice. The first design I'm going to use is this one, which I'm going to use silver. As you can see, I haven't picked up all of the design this time. They're on the edge there, but I can just put it over and see, is it going to cover? Maybe not. If not, then just get rid of it and try it again. So then I put a little acetone on the brush, give it a little clean off, and then wipe with the tissue very carefully so I don't get it on my nails. Sometimes you have to put a little bit more nail polish on. So I will leave that now to dry and I'll carry on with the second. I'm going to use this little rose design. I think I shall do it this way and then other people can see it. So first of all, I need to clean my stamper. There. And for this one, I'm going to use white. Because this is just a small design, I'm going to put the white on all of the design. Because it's very, very fine etching and I find that works better for this sort of plate. And I shall just swipe once. Now that that's dried a little bit, I shall remove the excess on my skin. Like with the lint roller, it just comes off with the sellotape, most of it at least. So now I shall clean up with the acetone and my little clean-up brush. I will now do the other hand. Leave that to dry quite well before I apply top coat. So I shall show you how to clean up the plate. So saturate the toothbrush in the acetone and then gently, just very gently scrub it from a distance, holding the brush on the end. And then take some paper towel and then just wipe it. Fold it over several times so it's not, none of the acetone is going to go on your nails. So that's both hands done. So now it's dried enough now to do the top coat. For the top coat, I'm going to use this MoYou stamping top coat, which is an anti-smudge formula. You have to be quite careful with the top coat because you could easily ruin the design that you have. If you brush it too much, it will lift off the design and it'll bleed. So it is better if you can get a smudge-free top coat, a proper stamping top coat. So I load the brush really well and simply just swipe it across, letting the bead of top coat do the work without pushing it down onto the design. Very lightly. I don't cap the ends when I do this because you just need to seal the design first. Then I'll take my usual top coat when this is dry and apply that and do the usual capping of the ends. But I would leave this to dry for a good 5 minutes so that it sealed it. So that's dry now. So I shall now use my normal top coat over the top. So that's your basic, simple stamping method. It really isn't anything to be frightened of. It's ever so easy. Anyone can do it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as I'll be uploading more videos on various nail art techniques and my various creations, both with colour combinations and nail art designs. And it would be great to welcome you to my Facebook group, The Natural Nail Zone, where you can interact with me and other natural nail enthusiasts, and it'd be great to see pictures of your nails too. So I'll see you next time.